So hi, as you see, this is Emmanuel
and I'm Nia Little,
and we did our project on the new Negro. Pretty much.
Yep. Start off. So basically, the term new Negro describes more of a modern take on Black people in the sense that, in comparison to the people who came before them, the old Negroes. Mm-hmm. Basically, in that sense, they're more politically aware of certain topics. They're more outspoken. Right. And in the sense, people who came before them will probably think that they don't seize opportunities or have to work as hard as they did at one point. Because, of course, during those times, Black people do not have the same opportunities.
Right. They had to work really hard to prove a point. It was hard to vote. It was hard to do anything that
basically live in a sense. Like you had basic rights, but you
still wasn't free.
Yep.
You had the paperwork, but they wouldn't press it through. They wouldn't allow you to turn it in. You could turn it in there and rip it up. So it was like things were difficult to do, but now in the new age, we don't have to struggle as hard as we did before. I feel like we have a lot of opportunities that we can reach and take.
And it's just about if you want to seize them or not. And of course, people in the past, they had to work 20 times as hard to get basic needs and necessities and have basic equality and freedoms that we don't really have to struggle with today.
And the new Negro, I feel like in today's age, bringing in kids as a new Negro, you pretty much show them that there's more to the world than struggle. We're more outspoken, like it said in the article, and more aware pretty much. We're aware of our surroundings, we're aware of opportunities, and we're willing to take them. But like we said in the beginning, we didn't have to work as hard as the old Negro. We didn't have to really worry about our lives getting taken, but they do still kill, people. Police brutality and all this is still going on in the day and age, and it's hard for us to, pretty much get to a high point in jobs and careers, but we still can do it in this new age. So the old Negro pretty much is one that is stronger than the new Negro, I feel like. They were very perseverance, like they had a lot of perseverance. They kept going, they kept trying to get their point across.
Because they didn't have a choice.
Right. They didn't want to give up.
They had a point to prove.
Right. So we had a quote that really stood out to us.
And it's found on page 161. It said, his shadow, so to speak, has been more real to him than his personality. And Emmanuel and I basically broke that down and said that
the shadow represents the old Negro and how strong the old Negroes was. Well, pretty much not even that. The shadow represents the stronger you that has seen everything that has been behind you ever since day one. And the personality represents something that can change over time, something that matures, something that elevates, and can be positive or negative depending on who you are. So that's what we got out of that.
Your shadow won't ever change even though your personality has. And with that being said, people try to tweak themselves to conform to what they think or what they think that society thinks they should be. So, like, your shadow is dark. It will not change. It's going to always be there. So even when your personality evolves and you are going through different things, your shadow is going to be there. Like, it knows
all your secrets. It knows what you've been through. It knows your struggles, your downfalls, and your ups. So your shadow is always going to be behind you. And your personality is always going to be inside and something that you can move forward with. So, like we said, we had the new Negro, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Thank you.